I can pretty much guarantee if you make these mistakes, there's a really good chance you'll probably lose most of your cryptocurrency holdings. I'm not joking when I say that. I've been in this market for a very long time and I've experienced extreme volatility to the point where I held through the bear run and I've made every mistake in the book. So learn from me, stand on the shoulders of giants, and let me explain to you 5 expert and beginner mistakes that you can make that will cost you so much money with your cryptocurrency portfolio. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking a lot. Okay, it's gonna be a lot of theory, a lot of strategy. I know you guys like these videos, so I'm gonna dive into 5 mistakes that you could potentially make that will cost you so much money, potentially everything. Some of these mistakes will cost you everything. If you appreciate this video, do us both favors: subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with a friend. I talk about cryptocurrency entrepreneurship. I try to keep everything as down to earth as possible, and of course, I back up everything I say with evidence. So let's jump into the topic of discussion. So the first huge mistake that you can make that will actually cost you everything, and excuse me, I'm gonna be looking down at my iPad for some notes and stuff like that. The first mistake is the fact that you haven't already subscribed to the channel and turned on the post notification bell. Let's be honest here. You know, I provide the deepest research on the internet, and if you're not getting this information, it's gonna cost you everything. I'm just joking. Obviously, I'm joking. That's clearly a joke. But the first one, it's going to be for beginners. So we're going to go through 5 beginner mistakes that I know, like the people that really research my videos and have been here for a long time, they already know of these. But then towards the end, I'm going to go over 5 expert mistakes that I've never ever talked about, right? Because you're either one of the two, right? Either you just came across my videos and you're just getting started with crypto, and you know, you're used to these pump crazy news videos that most cryptocurrency YouTubers do, and you haven't really seen strategy too much. So you could benefit from all of them. Or you already watched my videos and you've heard of everything I've said. Towards the end, it's going to be things I've never talked about that I learned even recently in some of the cases. So this is beneficial for everybody. Again, I'm going to do 5 beginner mistakes and I'm going to do 5 expert mistakes. So definitely pay attention to what we have to say here. So the first one, stop following other people for your buy decisions. I know that's pretty much like the whole proposition of a YouTube video or cryptocurrency YouTuber is that they talk about these altcoins and have the potential to go up, et cetera, et cetera. And then what happens is people just don't have time and they just blindly go and follow the YouTuber. I want to be very clear with you guys. In a lot of situations, these YouTubers get paid by other people to promote their coins. And sometimes they just don't know that their social currency is big enough to pump these coins, right? So what happens is there's front runners, there's VC investors that will wait for a YouTuber to drop a specific video about a coin. Once they drop it about the coin, they'll essentially destroy the market by selling a big portion of the market right after they drop the video, sometimes 12 to 24 hours. And the people that get caught off guard are all the ones that are following these popular YouTubers. So, I talk about altcoins and I don't want to just take that away from everybody. I'm always going to talk about altcoins and these different opportunities. But, I always specifically say like, yo, guys, you got to back it up with your own research. And you can probably get success every so often by following YouTubers. There's nothing wrong with it. But I know for a fact in the long run, you will be taken advantage of eventually and lose a lot of money. And this is definitely one of those beginner, I guess you could say, mistakes that you have to avoid. Number 2, not tracking your trades against Ethereum. Now, it's very interesting because we live in a world where, in cryptocurrency, 100% is like nothing, right? So you could easily get distracted with shiny object syndrome. So when I first got involved with in 2017, this is the story I tell everybody, okay? So, I was really heavy in crypto, 2016, 2017, I was the man. Everybody was like, oh, yo, Alex, you know about crypto, blah, 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 whatever the case is. And I remember I didn't have a huge portfolio. It was like coming up on $1 million. It wasn't like, like a $10 million portfolio or whatever. And I got invited to this meeting where this guy was like, he was worth like $10, $20 million. He was big. And it wasn't even his money. It was like trust fund money. It was like his dad's money or something. He was just rich. And he was talking about, yeah, man, I'm trading. And he was like taking over and telling everybody about crypto and taking, like the center stage. And yeah. And then at the end of his kind of pitch of teaching people about crypto, he goes, yeah, and I like doubled my portfolio, bro. It was the craziest thing. I made 100% on $5 million to $10 million. And I looked at him like, only double? In this whole bull run, you only doubled your money? Yeah, that's great. You made money. You made $5 million. But if you did it right, you should have at least 50 to 100 extra money, which is what happened to me. I got into Ethereum at $3 to $7 and it did like 127x, right? So the point I'm trying to make here is, although you can make money in crypto, it's probably always better to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum unless you know what you're doing. So you should be tracking your trades against Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do I mean by that? So, this guy doubled his money. Yeah, he made $5 million, but I like 50 to 100x my money. So it's almost like all the trades he made, all that effort he put in went to waste. Because if you looked at Ethereum in the same time span that he started trading, literally you would have made 10 times more money if he just did nothing and put all 5 million into Ethereum. He would have made way more money than all of these trades combined. And that kind of like goes to show, work smarter, not harder. So every trade I make sure it has the potential to do better than Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes up 10% and I buy this altcoin, the altcoin has to go up 20%, right? This is the point, right? And then you want to back test and look at Ethereum gains over a long period of time and see how your trades did. And if you made less than just holding Ethereum, you pretty much wasted your time. And there's no such thing as wasting your time, right? It's just a mistake. You'll definitely learn a lot. But when it comes to money, yeah, you definitely wasted your money. You could have just held Ethereum. So just make sure your trades are beating Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then it's a good trade, okay? Number 3, organization. Too many times people open up like 17 different wallets. It's all over the place. You got to have some type of spreadsheet. And again, like some of these mistakes I still make to today's day, especially, having a business and having to make this YouTube channel. It's so hard for me to be perfectly organized in crypto. But having a simple password manager, having like an Excel spreadsheet to see where your cryptocurrency is, just being organized with your browser tabs. That's a big one. Like if you ever buy a coin, you better, have all the social medias bookmarked so you can see the recent news developments on what's going on with this coin. Just being organized in general will get you a very far way. Don't get sloppy with your trades. This is your investments, right? Number 4, not taking action, all the recent developments in crypto. So this is a huge mistake. A lot of times people get into crypto passively, like super passive. They'll like dump like $200 because their friend told them into some altcoin on Coinbase, right? And they don't really get into the innovative market. What do I mean by that? So right now where it's at is in, these different interoperable blockchains. So if you don't get into the nitty gritty of the gaming industry and actually play around with the decentralized ecosystem and do a swap on a decentralized exchange, you're missing the point. You can't just come in here with $200 and then just wait a year and like you could, but like you're going to miss out on everything, all the benefits of crypto. You have to use the products and services. Even if it costs you money and you lose money, you have to use it. You have to get into the metaverse. You have to buy an NFT. You have to do some decentralized exchange swaps. The more you do, the more you'll learn and the more you'll understand Internet 3.0. And when everybody else catches up, you'll be so much further ahead. And it will allow you to identify specific like issues that if somebody solves it, it could be a potentially good altcoin buy. So actually using the decentralized web is very important. One of the most important things that beginners always make that mistake. Okay. And number 5, over diversifying your assets. And what do I mean by that? So basically, there's this saying, never put all your eggs in one basket. That's great, for millionaires and billionaires, but usually beginners are starting off with smaller amounts of money. So what I say is put all of your eggs in one basket, but protect that basket with your life, right? Which is kind of like the opposite of it. And the reason I say that is because most of the big time gains, like the life-changing wealth, comes from a select few trades. So if you do one really right, you'll make far more money. Some people will like have $100,000 portfolio and put 5K here, and that 5K will 10X. But imagine if you would have put 50K in that 10X, right? So the point is don't dilute your profits by over diversifying. Too many times I see people with like 50 different coins. Keep it down below 20, 15 coins is okay. And even that's too much, unless I wouldn't even have 15 coins if your portfolio is less than like 50K, like to be honest with you. Don't over diversify. Make sure that the coins you do buy are extremely in-depth research with fundamental analysis. If you do want the fundamental analysis checklist that I talk about all the time, thefundamentalsecrets.com, click the link below. Come on over to my education platform. I'll teach you guys everything. But the point is just don't dilute your profits. Make sure you don't over diversify. So there you go. That's kind of like the 5 beginner mistakes I see all the time. There's obviously more mistakes, and I've made this video before, but those are the 5 like kind of main ones. Let's jump into the nitty gritty. I know a lot of people are waiting for this part right here, and this is big. Okay, let's jump into 5 expert mistakes that a lot of people make. Number one, this is an expert mistake and it might seem very simple, but you guys have no focus. It's like shiny object syndrome all over the place. People are like, these guys are like DeFi, NFT, gaming experts all in one. Like they want to go into every single niche because some YouTuber talked about it and hyped it up, and they're all over the place. Okay. People like me are going to win. And the reason I say that is because I got really, really good at one niche within crypto. And this allows me to know everything that's going on in that niche. If you don't know every variable of the specific small ecosystem, you're not going to win. Okay. I'm just going to be very clear with you. So you kind of have to pick and be biased. Now you can move to other niches. That's fine. But just understand if you are in, Web 3.0, DeFi, gaming, and NFTs at the same time, you are sacrificing so much depth with your research because your research can go way further than you think, way further and way deeper. And this is how you get them crazy 50 to 100x gains. That's how you get the crazy 100x gains, is by diving very specific in one niche. Okay. And if you guys know, like my niche is mostly DeFi. I know about the gaming, I know about the NFTs, but I don't focus there. Okay. I'm not trying to find the next 200x NFT. I'll buy a CryptoPunk because I know it's guaranteed, right? CryptoPunks are like $400,000. Like I'll buy that and let it ride because I don't really need to know too much about NFTs to buy a CryptoPunk. And I do buy NFTs. I have not a crazy portfolio. It's like $20,000 NFT collection, but my portfolio is 1 million plus. So you can see like my effort is definitely not in NFTs. It's mostly in DeFi, and some like lower level protocols is where I spend my time. So niche down and stop having shiny object syndrome. This is an expert trading mistake. This is a huge one that it sounds really, really simple, but it's the reason why people are not making a lot of money. Also, when it comes to focus, it's very important that you filter out the noise. So I have dedicated devices for my research, and this is huge too. So like hyper focus is the answer, right? You want to like super like get down to the nitty and gritty. And sometimes that requires you to like filter out all the BS. Like my YouTube research, only YouTubers I respect. And the notifications I get from YouTube are only the YouTubers I respect. Same thing with Twitter. I don't follow my friends on Twitter. It's only specifically DeFi developers. Like that's it. Like the top DeFi developers and maybe some NFTs just to like kind of keep me involved with the NFT space. But the point is, like, I don't get notifications on Twitter for anything other than crypto. So like I kind of like organize all of my social medias to only receive high quality, dense information. And you need to organize yourself and niche down. So that's really important. Have really good focus is the first tip for expert traders. Number two, you have to get really good at following kind of like the big credibility. You have to be able to figure out how to identify credibility. And this is not something I can kind of like break down exactly how, what makes them credible. But it's very simple. Like you just got to make sure they've been doing what they're saying for a long period of time. Like I've been doing cryptocurrency for 6-7 years. Like I would not expect people to follow me if I've been in crypto for, 6 months trying to make a YouTube channel and I went viral and I had 100K followers and I've only been in crypto for 6 months. Like I probably don't have anything to offer. I've been in crypto for 5-6 years and I've experienced pretty much everything you can experience in cryptocurrency. It's beneficial to listen to what I have to say. And it's the same thing with somebody that's talking about NFTs or somebody that's talking about, games. Yeah, you just got into the crypto gaming hype. That's great. But have you been making games for 5 years? What do you know about games, right? And you have to kind of develop an intuition on following people with credibility. Now, for me, that started with developers. I'm finding these like super like low key. They don't even talk. They're not even social media developers. And I'm reaching out to them in some cases and I'm learning from them, right? Which brings me to my next point. Okay. Relationship building is everything in crypto. Not all the information is on the internet for you to find, believe it or not, right? A lot of this information is like insider information and that's hidden from the general public. Okay. Actually, that's one of my missions is to, let retail or the normal person that doesn't know crypto understand these hidden benefits. And that's why I made this YouTube channel, but it doesn't mean that there's not information that's hidden. I have communities. I have, the fundamental secrets where there's huge, investors in the fundamental secrets and really smart people in there. I have Telegram groups. I have Facebook groups. I have all of these groups and I know the credibility in these groups and I can ask them any question I want, right? Developing a really good group of people that contribute. And this is where actually niching becomes important, because if you're the DeFi guy, then you can team up with the NFT guy. And if he's just focusing on NFTs and you trust him, well, perfect. He could do that and you can get the answers from him, and vice versa. He can get the answer from you about DeFi. And this is where it becomes really strong. So definitely developing connections, going to conferences, meeting VC investors, meeting developers, meeting project founders. Believe it or not, these project founders, easy to talk to. They're so easy to find and so easy to talk to. Developing a community and building connections in cryptocurrency not only will allow you to have better investments, but like if you're truly in crypto and you do make a lot of money and you are an expert, I do expect experts to at least have 100K at least, right? If you are an expert trader, then you're probably going to want to build a business in the future, maybe. And these connections can play out in so many different ways, guys. You have to have a network in cryptocurrency if you want success. That's tip number 3. And number 4, this is a big one. People sleep on it, okay? Blockchain investigation. Now, this is near and dear to my heart because I'm diving deep on this one, but basically, remember, every transaction on planet Earth is recorded publicly in a blockchain. So what that basically means is you get to see the spending habits of every single wallet ever, okay? Now, if you don't know how to look at Etherscan, if you don't know how to identify the different types of transactions, if you don't know what people are doing when they connect to a contract or they mint an NFT, if you don't know how to use these features, you're not an expert in my eyes in any way, shape, or form, right? You need to be able to navigate the decentralized metaverse, okay? Now, there's a lot of tools that can help you with this, but the biggest one, of course, the free one is like Etherscan or Binance Smart Chain Scan or Phantom Scan, whatever block explorer you want. This is similar to for example, a search engine on Google, right? I want you to think about this, right? Because it's really crazy. If you go on Google, you can pretty much type in anything you want and there's no repercussions for it. I can type in how to lose weight and no one cares, right? But Google can see your search history and they'll make predictions on that and try to sell you things. And basically there's algorithms that will look at what you type into that search engine and make predictions. It's getting crazy now. Now we're going into 10 other dimensions. And the reason I say that, because now these search engines or these block explorers can see your spending habits. Have you guys ever heard of I know you guys have heard of the saying, don't watch what I say, watch what I do. Well, a search engine is equivalent to watching what someone's saying, and my spending habits is equivalent to watching what I'm doing, right? I could say anything I want. I could say, oh, I want to buy these shoes, but I might never buy the shoes. On the Block Explorer, you could actually see someone buying the shoes, right? And obviously it would be metaverse shoes, but you get the point. When you're watching people's spending habits, you're getting kind of the true them. So learning how to navigate and do blockchain investigation is by far one of the best techniques to learn in cryptocurrency, because that's the point. It's a public blockchain, right? And number five, guys, if you're an expert in cryptocurrency and you're making money, don't just stick to trading, please. If I can convince you in this video to actually make a business and change your life, that will be everything. If there's one person that watches my YouTube channel that actually creates a blockchain business, that's the best tip I can ever give you, right? This is a mistake everybody makes. They think that they're just going to trade and make a whole bunch of money. That's great, but you have to develop cash flow mechanisms. And if there's one thing that I've really benefited from, is actually building this YouTube and building fundamental secrets off of the cryptocurrency industry. This is going to allow me to be financially independent forever. This is like building an app on the internet when the internet wasn't a thing, right? Really milk, especially if you're an entrepreneur, milk the heck out of cryptocurrency, because in 20 years, there's going to be so many people here that the competition is going to be really high. So this is the best time ever to start a business in cryptocurrency. And if you don't do it, there is a chance you could lose everything with your trades. There's always that chance, right? So there you go. You got kind of 10 tips, 5 beginner, 5 expert. Definitely, this is not financial advice, but this is what I've learned to become who I am today. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this, guys. Catch you in the next video.